Crafty friends. I'm back today to share a project share with you. If you've watched my last couple of videos, I did some unboxings of craft kits that I got from Andrea at the Fairytale Club and from Mandy at the Pink Crafty Cottage. And the reason I got those kits is because I took part in the month-long virtual event called Crafty Fairytale Getaway. And all month long we worked on different prompts and projects and activities, and they were all had a magical touch to them. And now that the event is over, I wanted to share with you how I incorporated pieces of the kits, the various different projects and themes into a binder. This is a 6x8 album, and I wanted to show you my completed project. So I usually start most of my albums up with some kind of pocket because there's always bits and pieces that you want to keep. And then I started with this really cool decorative dashboard. I just thought it added a really nice thematic entry into my album. And they're beautiful, they're double-sided, and they're just really pretty, and I love the colors that Andrea uses. So like I said, it was a month-long event, and we kicked off with a Mouseketeer Welcome to the Clubhouse type activity. It was a Zoom. It was so fun to get to know the ladies that I would be crafting along with all month long. And Andrea provided us with an awesome assortment of free printables throughout the entire month. This was one of them, and she provided this little mouse ears, and I actually still have it. I have it tucked away in here. See, that's why the pocket is handy. And she provided this printable, and then I added some stamping and some minor embellishment to it, and I added my picture of me coming to the clubhouse as my Mouseketeer. Then on the opening page, I used one of the journaling pages that she provided and wrote about the overall virtual event, and I used some more cute printables that Andrea provided. This over here is my version of my mouse club, my crafty mouse club. This is me and Mandy from the Pink Crafty Cottage. She's the owner and head of the group, and Kristen, Elizabeth, Priscilla, Susan, and I are part of her design team. And then Andrea was the other person who coordinated, led, and organized the virtual event, and she provided so many, like I said, so many wonderful printables, including this background paper that I could print out whenever I needed it. And some of the embellishments are also from her. This is kind of like a little die cut that I think is supposed to be reminiscent of Andrea. And this foam Mickey, these hearts, the whimsy tag, and even this printable tag is all from Andrea. Then this is my opening section, and I closed with making sort of a decorative page of the calendar. And years later, I want to be able to look back and remember this this month and what we did, because this is really my first time doing a big online virtual event like this, and it was really, really fun. So like I said, there are 4 weeks. Each week has a theme, and then each day has sort of an activity that repeats throughout the four weeks. So the first theme was Original Mickey and Friends, and on my divider page I wanted to put a picture of us and represent us on all of the 4 weeks. So I chose a picture from 2016 to put here, so I'd have a picture of Mickey. The Monday activity was Monday Magic Dream Board, and this is kind of a take on a Pinterest board. A lot of people did make a Pinterest board, so the event had a lot of nice balance between things that were kind of like quick and easy, fun things. A lot of people who are Disney enthusiasts probably already have Disney Pinterest boards, and some things that were a little more intensive, like some of the make and takes or the classes that Mandy and Andrea would teach on Saturday. So this was my Magic Dream Board. I have a Pinterest board, but I wanted to make sort of a visual Pinterest board per se. So this is a collage of things that make me think of the classic Disney group. So I wanted to use my cute washi, my cute stickers, stamps, all that kind of stuff, and one of my Minnie Mouse nail polishes. Then I went in to further represent the original OG gang. I found pictures of us with the various characters, and I put them in here. This was one of my favorite things about the project, is that I could combine pictures from across the various different trips that we've taken. A lot of these pictures I have done some sort of memory keeping, be it a Shutterfly photo book or 12 by 12 scrapbook pages, pocket pages, that kind of thing. But they're usually very trip focused in that all one trip is together. So this is really fun to combine pictures from across many different visits. It just so happened that May the 4th happened during our first week. So this is kind of this little extra content for the week. So I added a little bit about what Star Wars means to us and that kind of thing. I journaled about that here. Then over here, I just did another thing where I combined pictures from across the years. Both of my kids were, my daughter was Leia and my son was Luke, around age 5. So I thought that was fun to put in there. This is the kids and my husband in Florida by the Millennium Falcon, and then here's me with the kids by some droids, and my son, of course, like a lot of us, is obsessed with the Mandalorian, and he got a baby Grogu for Christmas, so I put that on there. Plus, of course, I had to incorporate this adorable card that Andrea provided. So that was just sort of an extra thing for this week. Our normal Tuesday was Make and Take Tuesday, and on this week we were making mouse ear paper embellishment. And this is a layered printable that Andrea provided. I turned it into a shaker card / journaling card to coordinate with my Warrior Disney Wednesday. So I'm a huge Disney fan, and I have been for years, but I just never really had a pair of ears. This is actually my first pair of ears, and I didn't get them until January 2020 on our last visit. So I wrote a little bit about this, and then I shared some of my favorite Disney accessories, like my Vera Bradley Disney collaboration bag that I like to carry at the parks. I have so many journal covers and planner pouches. I have cup cozies when my kids go to the parks. I like to have them in Disney outfits. And then I used some adorable stamps from the Sassy Club to decorate this page. And then our Thursday each week had a journaling prompt. It was Thoughtful Thursday, and this Thursday was about Main Street. So I did some journaling over here, and then I pulled some pictures to kind of coordinate with my story over here. And oh, you can't quite see, but isn't this little acrylic heart super cute? This was part of Andrea's kit. And then I just used some more things from Andrea's kit, like these printables are from her, the sticker was from her. So I talked about Main Street, you know, the things we like to do on Main Street, and then I also talked about Disney Springs, which is another area that my kids and I love to shop at. Friday's theme was Foodie Friday. Andrea provided these really cute layered printable to make I think she provided a cut file actually. I don't have anything to use the cut file with, so I imported mine into Photoshop Elements, and I clipped on digital papers, and I created a better sized Mickey treat for my page. And since it's an ice cream, I wanted to put this in about Dole Whip, which my family and I really, really love. So this cute page is something I just added for decorative. My friend Tara from the Pink Crafty Cottage actually sent me a bunch of cute Disney things at the beginning. Oh, and it's hard to see, but this clip up at the top is actually from Mandy's kit. So on this page, week 2, we're transitioning into the classics, like the classic movies. So in here, I put a picture of me with the kids meeting Pooh and Tigger from 2016, and I thought it would be really nice to show a picture of me and the kids on our last trip from 2020, just to show how much the kids have grown. This page is a really unique page for me in that it used a lot of things from Mandy's kit that I don't typically think of using for scrapbook purposes, such as doilies. This is actually a cupcake pick, and this is tulle, and these really cool fabric covered hexies, I think, embellishments that she made. So that was really fun to use the different pieces that came with the kit and, add some layers and textures that I don't normally. And for this one, I just found pictures on Pinterest that represented some favorite classic movies of mine, put them over here, and then I put some pictures that represent things from more classic movies like Sword in the Stone, Aristocats, that Dumbo. And then our Tuesday make and take this week was a best in show ribbon, because a lot of the characters in the classic movies are animals, and Mandy showed us how to make a rosette, but I decided to just use this cute piece that came in my kit from Mandy and kind of streamline that for myself. And then next to it, I put pictures of us with all of our sort of like best in show, our some favorite animal characters. My absolute favorite animal characters are Chip and Dale. They're probably my favorite Disney characters overall anyway, so I of course had to award them the best in show ribbon. That's why I thought the cream color would be nice. And I incorporated some burlap and some doilies and this cute cork paperclip that Mandy sent into this. And then on the back, I just listed some of our favorites from each of us in my family. And then for my Wear Your Disney Wednesday selfie, I took a picture of me dressed up in my Pooh pajamas that I wore as a Halloween costume, and I did some journaling about that. And some of these pieces, like these two die cuts and this hexagon, also came from Mandy's kit. So for our Foodie Friday, Andrea provided these really cute popcorn boxes that were dimensional. It came with 4 sides so that you could make a literal little mini popcorn box. It was so cute. I decided to use mine as an embellishment and talk about movies, DVD reviews that I used to do when I had a more active blog. I used to get sent the Pixie Hollow movies and various other movies for review and to share on my blog. So I talked about that and how they kind of sparked an interest in the Disney fairies with my daughter. And then I used one of the clusters that Mandy taught in one of her classes. On Saturday, we had a class that one of the 2 ladies, Mandy or Andrea, would lead. And then on Sunday, we had a group Zoom where we could kind of come and craft along. So in my popcorn box is my treat. I put a picture of my daughter with some Disney PhotoPass magic holding Tinkerbell. And then she was so into the fairies. One year she got, a whole collection of Disney fairies. So that's that. And then these are some printable tags that Andrea provided during the event. So this week we did have a Thoughtful Thursday. I know I kind of did them out of order, but this Thursday we had a prompt about meeting Tinkerbell and exploring with Tinkerbell. So I talked a little bit about, that, and then I used some pictures of us at the Flower and Garden show, my son with Tic Tac Croc, and where we found Peter Pan, to kind of support the whole Tinkerbell journaling that I was doing. And these are 2 really cute printables that Andrea provided this week. And then this is another printable that Andrea provided, and it's Mary Poppins theme, so I put a picture of my kids with Mary Poppins, and I just kind of made this cute page. Then I added this plastic piece in to kind of protect this page and this page. This is another one of those decorative dashboards. Week 3 was Princess Week, and this is another cluster that I made during one of Mandy's Saturday classes. And this week I decided to put my Magic Dream Board on the front, and I did a collage with a bunch of princesses, and this is my Ariel area, this is Snow White, that kind of thing. And then on the back side, I made this really cute little mini page with our picture with Mulan. And then this week, our Wear Your Disney Wednesday, I wore sort of Princess Aurora things, and I had my Princesses Rule OPI nail polish. This was my selfie for the week. And then I talked about inside that this tiara is actually my my tiara that I wore at our wedding. I thought it was nice to talk about, happily ever after starts here. Just talk about, how everybody is a princess on their wedding day. And so, and I used some of the sequin mix that Andrea sent us to make a cute little shaker board. And these are some cut aparts from one of her papers. And I also added some, you know, cute, another one of those cute but and kind of thick acrylic pieces right there. So I just thought this was like really fun, and I was glad I could add some interactive touches to it. Oh, and of course I added some dimensional bits up there. This page is about princesses some more. I just wanted to talk more about princesses. There was a phase when my daughter was princess, 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 everything. I actually have a larger journaling card that I put in here, but since it's, you know, a personal story, I just, I removed it. Plus, then I thought it showed off the pocket a little bit better. This whole thing is an embellishment that came in the kit from Mandy. It came, you know, you can actually slide things in and out. It's a little dimensional. It's a cupcake treat box, and so I just put it on here. Thought it was really cute and pretty much all you needed on this page. And this flower is one of the flowers that I used to make my mini ears. So like I said, I have a couple tags with some stories, princess stories inside. And then one of our class this week was a class with Andrea, where she created a scrapbook page, and she gave us these really cute princess printables, like Hey Princess and this kind of thing. And then she had asked us to take a picture with the make and take this week, which was to make this little crown. So I dressed in blue blue and white, sort of, to kind of mimic Belle, and stacked myself with some books. This is actually my make and take from week 1. I'm wearing my floral mini ears, and then we talked about, you know, princess traits. What princess traits would you have? So I journaled about it over here, and I used a bunch of pieces from the kits. Like Mandy made this really cute cluster with all the sewing. This piece was actually for a cupcake wrap, and I just used it as the header up here. And this really cute mini was also from the kit. So I did a little scrapbook page showing me as, you know, my princess self, and talked about that. And then here's my little divider. This week, the Foodie Friday activity was to make princess tags, and so we got a printable for that, but I just ran out of time to make that. And week 4 was sort of a week with a lot of things. It was Pixar week, it was Marvel week, Star Wars, and Muppets. So all the different things that are now under the Disney umbrella that needed a week to be featured, we put them in week 4. Andrea made this really cute decorate your door for the make and take, and she gave us a printable with these doors, and she gave us a number of cute embellishments that we could decorate our doors with. So I decided to use mine as my sort of, you know, magic dream board, because I represented a couple different movies. Like here is Monsters Inc., Ratatouille, here is Toy Story, and then here was The Incredibles. And I used this really cute washi tape that I have with some different Pixar locations. And so that became my magic dream board. And then for my family picture for the week, I used this picture with Buzz and Woody, because this was like our whole life for a while was this, and Cars, because my son was just obsessed. So I wrote a little bit about Pixar, and then this kind of continued with the Magic Dream Board, in that I put a bunch of things from various Pixar movies that we really, really liked. This was at an exhibit at a local museum by our house. These were from Parade, that kind of thing. And then this is our Star Wars week. I didn't really do that much about Star Wars this week because I had already put the Star Wars memories in week 1. So this was my Wear Your Disney Wednesday selfie. My son let me borrow his BB-8 ears, so I took a selfie with that. And then these are pictures from when we went to an exhibit at the art museum with the costumes from the Star Wars movies. And I'm gonna write on the back, you know, just where we are, just to remember. Mandy, this was something that was included in our kit. This cute card that I backed for sturdiness so I could kind of lift it up. And this is an invitation inside, and I put journaling on the back. And then I flipped it over, and here my son is super obsessed with Marvel, Captain America, everything. So I put this picture of him there, and then this is an advertisement for this exhibit that we went to. So I wanted to include that, and then I have some journaling tucked in about my son's obsession with Captain America and the time we went to a mother-son event, and we both wore Captain America shirts. So that's in there. And for our 20th anniversary, you know, it was a crazy year, so we couldn't do very much. So we actually went to a Marvel exhibit for our for our anniversary. So here are the pictures and some writing about it. And then this is the page I haven't finished because I know I have a certain picture that I want to put here and I cannot find it, but I already know I have it printed. I'll find it eventually. We also went to a Muppets exhibit in Columbus, so I'm going to put one more picture here and write about it over here. And then our closing event for the end of our 4 weeks together was a tea party event with Andrea providing these awesome printables. I used them to make this header up here, and in this little cute Alice over here, these flowers, and this adorable Cheshire cat. Like most of the printables are, well, all the printables are from Andrea. These two pieces are from Mandy's kit. Then I just put some pictures of, you know, Alice pictures with it, wrote a little bit about it, wrote a couple closing thoughts, and that was the end of our event. Now, earlier on, one of the other classes on a Saturday was about pocket pages, and I just decided to end with pictures of us at the very end of this month. So a lot of these pictures, except the ones of me, are from past years. They're not current ones. So I wanted to put a current picture of my family, current picture of me. Now you can actually see I'm wearing the mini shirt. And I'm going to put our names and ages and, you know, what was happening at the end of this album, just to keep a couple, you know, current details there. And this over here was a printable that Andrea provided on our first class with her at the opening event. She made a pop-up Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and it was super duper cute. I decided to sort of make my own clubhouse right here, and I included some Sassy Club stamps there. So as you can see, my album is basically done, and I'm really, really excited. I loved creating it. For me, this is actually really chunky, so I wanted to show how, for me, I have things popping up out of it, and that's kind of unusual. I usually pretty much stick things inside of the pockets because, you know, my son is now, he's going to be 10 next month, and in the past I've always wanted to keep things very contained because he could be rough with things and, you know, things would fall off or he would rip things. He's older now, so he can, you know, look through an album like this and I don't have to worry about, you know, paper clips flying and that kind of thing. So I'm really, really excited. I loved this event. It was a great event. You really got so much time with the ladies, so much, you know, material, so many different projects, so many cool ideas, and I think it was really a fun time, and especially since I can't get to the parks right now, this was a great way to just have a little bit of a magical May. So if we have another event like this, I hope you'll consider joining us now that you see, you know, the fun kind of project you can make with it. Thanks so much for coming by to see my project, and I will talk to you really soon.